Sunday evening. Um, so this is our Team Believe webinar that we hold every other Sunday. And tonight we're just going to be recognising some of the amazing achievements this month. And then I'm going to share a few of my top tips towards the end of the presentation, okay? So first of all, I just want to welcome any new people that have joined our incredible team. So welcome on board, everybody. I'm really excited for you to start your journey, and you've definitely joined into an absolutely amazing team, full of committed, amazing people. So it's a really exciting time and an incredible month of October to be joining us. So as I said, I'm going to take us through some of the recognitions from September, some of the amazing promotions. So first of all, we have Coral Fullerton. Woohoo! So well done, Coral. Coral's achieved manager in September. Coral also recently got engaged, so it's a double celebration. So massive congratulations, Coral. You must be so proud of yourself. I know that me and Kate are like super, super proud of you, and I bet all your team are as well. So absolutely well done on that, Coral. That's really good. So you'll be going for it this month, yeah? We also have two amazing girls who have got assistant manager this in September. So that's Danielle McNally and Holly Gillies. So again, absolutely amazing work, girls. And I know that you will be aiming for manager this month. So keep up all of your amazing work. Stay focused. Stay driven and just continue to do that, like everything that you've been doing, because it's obviously working, and you are both such an inspiration. So well done for that amazing promotion, girls. We've got two supervisors, woohoo! So we have Nikki Anderson and Gemma Gascoigne. And again, just massive well done, girls, because this is really like your first step on the ladder to the marketing plan, really. And you know, when you first join, it might seem quite daunting getting onto that first promotion. So that's really fantastic, girls, and it just shows that you're absolutely committed to your business. So we're just going to hear from Nikki, who's going to share some of her top tips and just a little bit about our journey so far. So I'd just like to welcome Nikki on to speak tonight.
Hello.
Hi. Well done, Nikki.
Hi. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. How exciting.
I know, I'm so excited. And I've literally just sat down and had to download the app again because my husband had got rid of it, so I'm so glad I've made it in time.
Oh, bless you. I know. Go for it then, girl. If you just share with us some of your top tips and just a little bit about your journey so far, Nikki, would love to hear from that.
Yeah. So I joined on the 1st of July. And I have two girls in my team now, and one who's doing really well in her own right. Helen, she'll be supervisor pretty soon as well. So I think my tips are pretty much just to listen to what all the advice is that people tell you, to touch your business every day. I do that regardless of if I can only fit something small in, I'll still do it. I'm a part-time teacher as well, and the days that I work, I still do follow-ups and fit little things in. So when people say they haven't got time to touch the business, I don't know how that's possible, because you can quickly do it if you nipped for a toilet break or anything. So just something little every day to keep in contact with your customers, look after them. I've built up a massive retail base kind of in the last month. It's really started to snowball, but I'm making sure that I stay in contact with people. I follow them up and check that everything's okay, which usually results in a reorder or something else that they'd like to try as well. And just making sure that I'm telling everybody about the opportunity as well. So this month my focus is more on recruiting. I've been dropped in it at the last minute at the end of last month, but I'm not letting that put me off. I'm out to diamonds, and I'm sure this month I'm going to recruit at least 2 people, and I'm just going to do it. So just believing positively.
Yeah. So what would you say your like number one thing's been in terms of like something that you've really found amazing results from? Is the one thing that you can say that you couldn't have got your promotion without?
I think because initially I did 2 big launches. There was a lot of people at my initial launches. I I couldn't fit everybody in one, so I had two straight away my first month, which set us up with a lot of customers that I knew I was going to get re-customers. And I told a lot of my friends all in one go what I was doing, and now they're all watching us. And now that I've heard that I've got my first promotion, that's working really well, because now I've got a lot of follow-ups to do this month. So just making sure that you're just giving off a really positive energy about it, and look like you're having fun. I mean, I am having fun. It's not like I'm looking like I'm and I come into contact with, they're like, "Oh, you're really enjoying this, aren't you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, what's not to enjoy? It's fab." So I think that's it, really.
Brilliant. That's a really, really good tip, Nikki, because that's something that we all share at a planning meeting. It's something that would drum in everyone, say, like, come on, you've got to get 2 dates together for your business launch party. And that's really because, like, you've got to start your business off with a big boom. And it's like what we always say, you would never open your own shop and not tell anybody. So why should you join the business and not, like, launch it? So that was a really, really good point. So thank you so much for sharing that with everybody. Thank you so much. And hopefully you'll be up here next month.
Yay!
Yay! Well done.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye. Okay, so who is next? Who's going to see their face, their beautiful little face up here? I know that I want to see everybody. So definitely go for your base month, go for your promotion this month. Just stay super focused. Make sure you know what your goal is for October, and then we'll get to see your lovely face up here. So next, we're going to share, so this was Katie, oh sorry, I nearly called you Gemma, and this is Katie, and Katie won the challenge that Kate set, the Comfort Zone Challenge. So Katie's going to come on and tell us all about what she did to step out of her comfort zone, and share these amazing tips with us. So well done on winning this Comfort Zone Challenge, Katie, really well done.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, great, it's working.
Yes, it's working. Go ahead, babe.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
Would you like to share with us what you did to step out of your comfort zone, what it did for your business, how it made you feel, and just like a little tip around it, please?
Yeah, well, basically, I went to the hairdresser to get my hair done, which was absolutely desperate. And I just got talking to the hairdresser who was actually doing my hair at the time. He'd actually heard of Forever already. He was buying tooth gel all the time because he loved that. But he didn't really know that there was such a wide range of the products. So I started talking about the different areas that we do it in. He heard a little bit about the C9, but didn't know too much about it. So I told him a bit more about that, which he was a bit interested in. He was mainly interested about the makeup. But it just sort of snowballed from there. I mean, like the owner of the hairdresser, she started chipping in, wanting to know different things. And it just kind of, other customers that were there, they started wanting to know a little bit about it. So it ended up I had like the whole of the hairdressers listening to what I was saying.
Wow.
A couple of weeks ago, I would never have been able to hold a conversation with a whole room of people like that. It's complete strangers, I've never met them before. And they were all really interested, and the owner was wanting me to drop a couple of brochures off. I left give me business cards, so I'm going to be going back to pick them up, and hopefully I'll be getting a couple of orders from them.
Brilliant. So is that like the first kind of thing you've done to step out of your comfort zone, Katie?
It was the first kind of big thing that I've done. Yeah. I mean, I've spoke to like different people, but it was the main like big thing that I've done really.
And do you think by doing that, yeah, you should be proud. So do you think by doing that, it's give you like a little bit of a confidence boost?
Oh, definitely, yeah. I feel happier going in and just speaking to people about it, people that I don't know as well. I feel a lot more comfortable speaking about it.
Brilliant. Oh, that's really good. And I know that I always say to my team that like when you step out of your comfort zone, like magic things happen. And obviously it happened for you because obviously, you know, you've spoke to one person there, but then you've just said you had the whole shop like listening to you, which is amazing. Because if you didn't build up the courage to do that, then God, you could have lost out on so much there, couldn't you?
Exactly, that's it.
Yeah. Brilliant. Well, that's really well done, and congratulations on winning that. So well done. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, so that's my face up there. Me and Mason. Right, so I'm just going to give you like a little bit background about myself and my journey, and then I want to share some like top tips on my little journey really, and how I got there and what I did and what I think you should do, and like if you can take any tips away from my journey really, I think that would be really beneficial. So just really quickly, so I've met most of you at the Diamonds party on Friday, which was absolutely amazing. So I know that like everyone really enjoyed themselves, and I have to say it was so nice to to meet people face to face. And I know like all the other girls that I met feel the same. So it was really, really beneficial, I think, for our business, but also really nice just to let our hair down and have fun, and instead of always just like working away on the Facebook page and chatting in terms of work. So it was really, really fun to meet everybody. And I know that I took like absolutely loads of tips away from that night. So I'm sure the other girls did. So my advice from that would be to get your arse to the next one. I know that loads of people missed out because they already had plans, but Zoe's released the next date. I'm sure it's in January, but I'll check that with Kate after this webinar, because I'm not 100% sure, but we'll make sure it's posted on the team page. And just really just make absolutely every effort to get there, because I personally learned loads from all of the girls. We did like a little introductions. I think it was like about 20 from mine and Kate's team, and it was just so lovely. We all went round in a circle and said a little bit about ourselves and shared our top tips, and it was just so nice. So I really recommend you all to do your best to get there, hit your 5 CCs and get your promotions, because that's ultimately why we joined the business, isn't it? So I got a manager in 3 months. I joined the business back in March when I was on maternity leave with Mason, and at the time I was just looking for like a couple £100 just to top up my wage and just like continue to live the lifestyle that I was used to while I was getting a full-time income. But I quite quickly, well, very, very quickly, realised that there was in fact a lot more available in this business. So I got to work immediately. I got a manager in 3 months. I qualified for Car Plan Level 1 in 4 months, got 100 Club Level 1 in 5 months, and then I left work in 6 months. So like it's incredible. Like if you absolutely put your mind to it and have really clear goals and be really driven and focused, then you too can achieve that within 3 months. So I'm just going to go through like my road to success really. So, and this can be your road to success, but just remember, just because I did it in 3 months, it doesn't mean that you have to do it in 3 months. You can do it quicker. There's like absolutely no limitations on anyone. Everyone's journey is different. If you want to take a little bit longer to get to that point, then again, that's absolutely fine. We all have different needs. We all have different circumstances, but it's about like working out what your passion is, what your goal is, and what your why reason is, putting them all together, making sure they're all emotionally connected, and then finding your journey to success. So as I say, my journey to success was in the 3 months. So I'm going to share with you my 7 top tips that helped me to get a manager. So I made this business my priority, and I was prepared to work for it. So as I say, I was on maternity leave, so every evening, and I think it was Nikki, was it Nikki who said she touched her business every single day? I can actually like hand on my heart say that I've touched my business every single day since I joined back in March. And I think that's really important. And I can't remember who it was. There was a lady doing a talk a few months ago on one of Zoe's webinars, and she did a thing with a pen where you tap your pen and you say, touch my business every day. So when you're sitting with a pen in your hand, like do the tap, 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 tap. And like it's so important to touch your business every day. Like Nikki says, if you haven't got loads of time, then just whatever little time you've got, just make it focus time. So have an open mind. Everybody is a potential customer or a potential business owner, and contact 10 people a day. So when I joined my business, I contacted 10 people every single day, and I showed them the proven business cycle. and I repeated this as many times as possible. So when I say the proven business cycle, that's in your First Step Manager's book, that's the circle that you go around and around and around and around as many times as possible. The more times you go around that proven business cycle, and I say proven because it's been proven by the likes of Jane Leach, Emma Cooper and Schlockram, so don't try and change it. Just use the cycle that's there and repeat it as many times as possible. I attended our weekly BPs every single week, and all of the trainings, I plug in as trainings on like live trainings. I think live trainings are so much better than recordings. However, I completely appreciate that not everyone can make the live webinars and trainings, so plugging into the recordings, you know, is just as good. However, I just wanted to make that commitment to myself to do the live ones, so I didn't miss any BPs. And you know, if you're having a bad day and you just think, oh my God, I just cannot be bothered to go to BP, I can't be bothered to get dressed, it's cold, like that's the night you need to make that effort and go. And honestly, I guarantee you 100%, every time people go, they're like, oh, I'm so pleased I came tonight. I mean, I say it myself, and it's just so nice to be surrounded by like-minded people, and it gives you an opportunity to say like, oh, have you experienced this before in your business? And then people can like share their outcomes and experiences, and it just really is like such a lovely place to be with all of your friends from the business. I worked really, really close with my team and my upline in particular. So when I very first started the business, I spoke to my upline every day, used the team pages every day. I asked for help and guidance and support as soon as I began to have doubts or fears. That's really important. As soon as you have any tiny doubt or fear, no matter how small it is, don't be embarrassed to go to your upline. Never go to your downline, because you don't want to like offload your worries or fears onto your downline. Always go to your upline as soon as you have any thoughts, and I guarantee you, like, they'll say to you, I know exactly how you feel, I felt like that, and straight away you're like, oh, did you? Okay, so I'm normal. So make sure you do that, because I found that really, really helped. I watch and listen to motivational videos, podcasts and recordings every single day in my spare time. So when driving, walking or doing housework, so people say to me like, I just don't find the time to listen to all of these different things. Well, if you're doing your ironing, just stick your headphones on. If you're walking the dog, if you're walking with your baby in the pushchair, put your headphones on. When you're driving, have your CDs on. So turn your car into the classroom. Like I listen to GoPro, The Power, The Compound Effect, Darren Hardy, Jim Rohn. I've always got something on in the car which is educational to my business, because that's like waste of time driving, isn't it? So that way, you're learning whilst driving. While you're doing the housework, it's like hoovering, just whack your headphones in and listen to a motivational video from like Emma Cooper or something, and I'm sure you like whiz around and do your hoovering even quicker. I connect to my why reason like really, really powerfully, so you've got to have that emotional connection. For me, I was really lucky and I established my why reason like from day one. Some people don't, and that's all right, and don't be afraid to admit that to your upline. I think it's really, really important that you can be strong enough to say, you know what, I don't actually have a why reason, because that does happen to people, but it's something that you can work on, and I guarantee you once you admit it, you'll realise and work out what your why reason is much quicker than pretending you know what your why reason is, or just thinking, all right, well, her why reason is a little baby, or her why reason is like to be financially free, to get a house, and you just thinking, oh well, that must be mine. Well, it's not. It's got to be, you've got to have that emotional connection. You've got to like really, like, it's got to burn the fuel in your belly and like bring tears to your eyes, like when I think of my why reason. So speak to your upline if you don't feel like powerfully connected to it. And my last point, I set powerful goals that link to the incentives, so that when I'm saying the incentives, that's the incentives book that you get in your business box, and my why reason. And I worked with a goals partner like to smash the goals really ahead of time. So when I say I worked with a goals partner, somebody who's also going for promotion, so this could be in your upline or your downline. So for me, when I started, Kate was also going for manager, so I really felt as if I could relate with Kate because I was kind of one step behind her. So I think it's really good that you get a goals partner, and I know Kate's put like loads of things into place at the moment to help each other and to like support each other through the marketing plan, so that's going to be really useful. So use those groups as much as possible. So yeah, so really get really clear goals set, but connect those goals to your why reasons. So just dead quick, my goal was to leave work, but to leave work, it was because I wanted to be with my why. So can you see how powerful that was? Because I was like, oh my God, to be able to leave work and be with my why reason. Okay, how am I going to do that? So I've got the marketing plan there. I know the business cycle. So as long as I go around that business cycle as many times as possible, I'm going to get to manager, and that's then going to let me leave work, and it's then going to bring me one step closer to my why reason. So can you see how all three have got to be connected? Like Rex has put these incentives in place, and you just need to be clever enough to understand them. So I say from day one, get familiar with these incentives. Don't leave it until you get a manager. As soon as you join the business, start making yourself familiar with our incentives. So that's just some of my 7 steps to success. So I hope you found that useful. When I think about like a diamond in my business, I think that you know, they have to have like a certain mindset, and that's something that can be worked on. But I always say to people, like, make a list of 10 things that you would love in a person to be in your team. So it could be you want them to be driven, laser focused, a good listener, enthusiastic. You might want them to have a willingness to learn, positive. I don't know, like, what do you want them to do when they walk into a room? Write it all down. So 10 points. When you've got your 10 points all wrote down, I want you to visualize what this person looks like, how they walk, how they talk, how they act, everything. And then I want you to like work really hard on becoming that person. And then once you've become that person, you will then attract somebody into your business like that. So can you see how by you identifying your perfect ideal team member, working so hard on your mindset, and then, you know, becoming that person, and then you will actually attract somebody exactly like that, and it really, really does happen. So I kind of say, like, to have a diamond of a mindset, you know, we make choices, not excuses. We celebrate each other, so we have no jealousy or no gossip. We're all here to like help each other in this journey. There's no room for negativity or complaining, so keep it solution focused. So if you are faced with a problem, don't be like, oh God, and just be disheartened straight away. Think, right, okay, I'm going to think of a solution, and just be really focused. We manage our time effectively. We strengthen our mindset every single day. We adopt a growth mindset and focus on the journey. So I know Kate done loads of work around what a growth mindset is, and that's absolutely key in this business. We turn obstacles into opportunities. So for example, let's think of an obstacle. Like when I joined the business, I was breastfeeding, and I thought, God, there's just no way I'm going to be able to go to any BPs. I'm not going to be able to plug into trainings, like nothing. And like I didn't even think about headphones, but like how simple is it just to pop your headphones on while you're sitting with your baby in your arms? So that's me. I was facing an obstacle, but straight away I turned it into an opportunity. So I was looking after my baby, but I was also being able to like plug into the trainings. So you should always like think, like, I don't know, they get called into work at the last minute. Don't see that as an obstacle. Think, right, okay, it's an opportunity. I'm going to find more customers at work, or I'm going to bump into a diamond today at work. So just always be like really positive. Success is non-negotiable. So when you join mine and Kate's team, success is absolutely non-negotiable. And you have a mindset that you'll do whatever it takes. So if somebody says to me, oh, well, I'll give it a go, or I'll give it my best shot, well, like, no, that's not good enough. I want you to do whatever it takes. Like, that's how passionate I am about this business. I'll do whatever it takes to get to my goal. And that's like the mindset that you need to be working towards. We're consistently learning and building our base of knowledge. So things like plugging into training, attending BPs, going to success days, doing launch parties, learning how to do a one-to-one, learning the business cycle. That's all building knowledge, and ultimately that's going to, you know, make you an amazing business owner. So like, I don't know, if I had to say like 7 points of a mindset diamond, I would say they've got to be laser focused vision. So no matter what's like put in front of you, you're so focused, you're laser focused on your path that it's not going to knock you. So you're so laser focused on your end goal, no matter what's put in your way, it's not going to knock you off your path. you've got to have a willingness to learn and a willingness to grow. So you have to welcome this business, really. You have to be open to like learning new ways of working. And as I say, like this model is like proven to work. So you have to have a willingness to grow, and you've got to be driven. Like you've got to be like a really driven, motivated person, because you don't have your own boss, so you have to be self-motivated. So you have to find, goes back to your why reason, like what's going to get you out of bed, what's going to get you excited, what's going to, like Katie said, like stepping out of your comfort zone. Why are you so driven to do that? And that goes back to your why reason. You've got to be a good listener. So I think I put that because like you've got to be a good listener in terms of like when you're speaking to people about the business, like what is their challenges, and you're going to come in with an amazing opportunity to share with them. And again, like be a good listener in terms of learning from your upline. Enthusiastic. You've got to create a presence. Somebody that like when they walk in the room, they just like really like create a presence, and you want to spend time with them because they uplift your mood and everything. Like I think that's really important in a diamond. And it's all about being a leader that builds other leaders, because you can be a leader who just builds a team and retails, but I think to be successful you need to be a leader that builds other leaders. So that's all about like giving your time to help other people develop in their journey. So just quickly going through my 3 months really. So like my roadmap to success really. I've got a manager in 3 months. So obviously we all know supervisors 25cc over the 2 months. You get 2 months for any promotion. So obviously I got my supervisor within my first month. Second month 75cc for assistant manager, and then your third month is 120cc for manager. So when I think back to how I did this, my first month, the activity that I did in my first month definitely was I set powerful goals. As I said earlier, I wanted to give up work in 6 months. And that's absolutely what I did, and that was because I set a really, really powerful goal. I worked with an accountability partner for motivation. So as I said earlier, that was definitely key, because I was really motivated by her, because she was one step ahead of me doing what she needed to do to get to her goal. So I was inspired by people above me. But this also created me to then duplicate that in my team. So when I had my girls like coming through on the marketing plan, we worked really close to each other to help to get through the promotion. So that's really important to have accountability goals partner. I contacted 10 people every single day. So I didn't contact 15 one day and then 5 another day. I did 10 every single day. And the reason why this is so important is because you're creating a momentum in your business, and like when you create momentum, it creates urgency, and urgency creates amazing results. So you've got to be committed to yourself, and you can't cheat or like say, yeah, I'm doing the 10, like, because if you're not, we'll know that you're not. So if you come to us and say, well, I'm not recruiting, we'll be like, well, are you contacting your 5 to 10 people a day? And if you say no, well, I am some days, it's not creating the momentum that you need. So we say to do this because we know it works. It's worked for so many people in the business. So just be true to your business. You know, if you can't do this business full time, so like obviously if you've got like other commitments, then you just do what you can do every day, but make sure you do it every single day to create the momentum. I use the products myself to gain belief, so that's really important, because how can you share the products with people if you don't use them yourself? I recommended products to absolutely everybody I come into contact with. That is just so important. You've got to have passion, and by using the products yourself, it allows you to speak with passion. So I retailed with urgency, and by saying urgency, I mean that I didn't wait for people to come to me to ask about the products. I didn't wait for opportunities. Like I thought, oh well, I'll see the girls next weekend. I contacted the girls straight away because I wanted to get to my goal. Like Nikki said earlier, I set 2 product launches up in my first month of the business, like my first 2 weeks, and it's so important that you start your business off with a boom. So if you have just recently joined the business, and I would definitely get together with your upline and find your 2 dates for your product launch. People who couldn't make my product launch, I shared the online product launch with them. This was really, really successful. People that don't live close by to you, get that online product launch sent out to people, because it doesn't not only just touch on the products, it talks about the business as well. So it's like kind of like doing two things for you in one. What I've already mentioned earlier, I attended every single BP, no matter what. So I know that like people might think they've got an obstacle, but like how bad do you want it? Like look to turn it into an opportunity, and you know, just work around with your family and see what you can do to get to the business presentation. Like I know some of my girls that can't get the business presentation, so we FaceTime them. So that's always an option. Just think outside the box. Like how can you get to know what's going on at BP? I've put on there that I gave up TV, and this is something that I absolutely did. So when I joined the business, I really did give up TV. And that was because like I knew that my goal was like really serious. I really wanted to start this business with urgency, so I knew that I had to give something up if I wanted to give like 100% of my time. So my sacrifice was that I gave up TV, and honestly, like I didn't miss out on anything. So I, you know, depending on how quick you want to move through the marketing plan, I would always like recommend that you do just make a little small sacrifice. And like if I think, God, I've gave up TV, but if that means like if I work with urgency, but I'm going to get to my goal, then God, like what have I missed? Nothing. So I really think that's so important. I changed my mindset and overcame all obstacles and challenges, and as I've already said earlier, I turned them into opportunities. And I think for me that was very much around Mason and being like a new mum and overcoming all of those fears and worries. So month 2, I continued to contact my 10 people a day. I followed up. Like following up is so important. This is how I've got a lot of my team members. I was a follow-up to Kate. Like she contacted me 4 times. If she hadn't have done, my God, like bloody hell, where would I be? And don't just follow people up about the business. Follow people up about products. So if you've had a lead in terms of like a product, get back to them. It might not be in the right time for them financially to buy something, but you never know, it could be now. So stay in touch with them in terms of the products. I recruited 5 people in my second month, and that was simply because I created such momentum in my first month by contacting them 10 people a day. Because like research says, I think that humans need to see something 5 times before they actually take an interest in it. So that's something like you should remember when contacting people about the business. So that's why I was saying like share the selfie link, do a one-to-one with people, add them to the business opportunity page, follow them up like straight away. That's 4 sightings of the business, isn't it? So on your 5th go, they're going to join. I did planning meetings and product launches with team members, but I also shadowed I shadowed planning meetings and product launches with my upline, which is so important, because we've got to be giving people the best possible start. So it's really important to shadow as much as possible. I plugged into every live training. I watched motivational videos from Emma Cooper, Jane Leach and Ange Loughran. So they were the 3 people that I really was inspired by. And you can find the people that inspire you. It might not be Jane, Emma and Ange. Just because they're my inspirations, it doesn't mean that they're yours. So find the people that inspire you. And if you're ever having like any fear or worry, just like pop them on, and honestly, they'll just bring you straight back up. And just think yourself, like I think, what would Emma Cooper do in this situation? I'm like, right on it. Attended BP, continue to do that, and I spoke on webinars and trainings to boost my confidence. So going back to what Katie said about stepping out of the comfort zone, like doing things like that, speaking on the webinars and trainings, all it's going to do is boost your confidence. So I absolutely think that everybody should be putting their name forward to speak on webinars. And yeah, it might be scary, you might feel sick. I felt sick. I felt like I was going to like literally like shit myself because I was so frightened, and I know that loads of people can relate to that, because people will do something and be like, oh my God, Hayley, I've just done this and I feel sick, I'm shaking, and I'm like, yeah, but I bet you feel mint. So do that. And then I presented my testimonial at the business presentation as well. So again, stepping out of my comfort zone and boosting my confidence is totally where amazing things start to happen. So month 3, I got a manager. So I basically continued with all of the activity above. And you've got to remember, you know, this is around bringing up a baby, like really, really committed, and I didn't miss out on anything with Mason. Like I didn't not go to any mother and toddler groups. I didn't miss any of these little yoga classes. He did yoga music bugs, he did baby massage, he did baby French, baby sensory. I went to all of the soft play outings with my friends and babies, so I absolutely didn't miss on anything. And it just really fits around little pockets of time. Like you don't need to find more time for this business. That's the beauty of it. You do it while you're going about your daily routine. I recruited 2 people this month. I attended the Success Day, that was in Scotland, and if you haven't been to a Success Day yet, oh my God, it's so bloody inspiring. I got to meet Emma Cooper face to face. I was so excited, and that just made it like even more real. So just think, like, if you can meet somebody that you inspire to face at a Success Day, what will that do for your business? And then I continue to motivate my team with the same vision as me. So I believe from all of that activity that that's how I did it, and I think that you can do it too. So just to give you, oh, I think I've got 1 minute. Oh no, it's just striked 2:15. Oh no, actually, I think I might have spoke too fast. I've got 2 different clocks here, sorry. The last slide is just to go through upcoming events. So we have the team training, which is on Tuesday at the Marriott Hotel. So that's at 6 o'clock. And that's going to be like really amazing. We're going to have loads of different speakers getting up, sharing their top tips. So we also have everyone who's been promoted in September. They'll be getting up and getting their sashes, things like that. So it's like a really, really nice time again, just for everybody to like really be buzzed up for October and spend time with like-minded people. We've also got the daytime business presentation. That's actually on the 9th of October, and it's at 1 o'clock. And that's down in Birtley at Kath Schroeder's dance studio. So if you need the address and things, that'll be on our Team Believe page. And obviously, if you've got kids, bring your kids along. It's a lovely little location. Bring some toys with you. When we did the last one, I just took up like Mason's ball pit and a few different toys, and the kids just played, and it was lovely. It was really nice. We've also got Dare to be Diamonds on the 11th of October. So that's at 8 o'clock starting. And then that's a Monday night. And then we'll have the Success Day on the 24th of October, which I am so buzzed up for. So yeah, so October is like a really, really exciting month. It's going to be incredible going down to London. Like I just don't know what to expect, because it's going to be like thousands and thousands of people there. We're going to be hearing from like the absolutely most amazing business owners in the company. So if you haven't already got a ticket, I don't even know if there's any tickets left actually, but just keep your eyes peeled if you haven't got a ticket, because you do get the odd person dropping out for unforeseen circumstances. So sometimes the raised tickets go on spare. Yeah, so I hope to see you all there, and definitely work towards getting to the next Diamond Award evening, because it was just absolutely amazing to be with all of those inspirational people. And I want to see all of you there, and I know Kate does as well. So well done on all of your amazing hard work in September, and just keep focused. And I hope you can adapt some of them points that I've shared with you tonight and in your little journey in October. So just go for it and smash it. Good night.